Here we go for two of the craziest cars in the game, without question. These episodes are going to be pretty nuts. We've got the Ariel Atom 500 V8 is the car that we're going to be using in today's episode, and then in the next one we're going to be using the Ariel Nomad. Now, what I had said in a previous video was that actually I wanted to turn the Nomad into a street race car and turn the Ariel Atom into an off-road car. However, I don't actually have the option to do that. I can't put, well, I mean, I could do it technically, but I don't have the option to put on street race tires on the Nomad. So rather than try to mix it up, I'm just going to use them for what they were intended, which means we are going to turn this Ariel Atom into a track car. However, I don't want it to be S2 class, so we're going to take a look at the tuning. Clearly, I've done some sort of tuning to this, or I bought it like this. I'm not entirely sure. But we're going to go through, and we are going to make this into something that is fun to drive, specifically. I'm not looking for something... oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm not looking to make it as fast as it'll possibly go, because I already know I think it'll do X-Class, even, in the Atom, so... but that's not what I'm looking for with this car. I want to have something fun. What? You can take the rear and front wings off of this car? This is what? This is not an Ariel Atom anymore. I don't know what this is, but it's gonna be great. Okay, that's about as good as I can get it. It's 899 PI. That's the full list of parts that I'm going for. It's up to 1,561 horsepower, up to 1,561 pounds, 547 horsepower, but it's got no more aerodynamics. So, but it's still a street race car. So, it's gonna be weird. I mean, this thing's just freaking weird at this point. I don't even... I'm kind of speechless when it comes to this car. I have not done a good job designing it, not gonna lie. Looks pretty bad. It's a pretty dumb looking car. I don't know what I've done. Why have I done this? Alright, well, it's hitting third gear at 100 miles an hour, so there's problem number one. Loving this little windscreen, though. This little windshield. It's adorable. Okay, we got a 3-race championship here, so we're gonna do that, and I think we're gonna do, let's do 2010s collection and just really have a nice variety of cars in here. I don't have high hopes for this car, if I'm totally honest. I don't have high hopes for it. I don't think it's gonna do very well, but we're off to a good start, though. I mean, that's probably all it's going to be good at. Oh, yep, and I've spun it. And I've spun it. Yeah. So this is, well, is it wet? Is the ground wet? No, I don't think the ground is wet. Okay, fine. I mean, it's sort of like the Nomad now. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Come on. I should have the straight line speed advantage. So I've basically turned this car into the opposite of what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be an incredible track car. It's supposed to have loads of grip from the huge front and rear wings on it. And I've turned this into basically a go-kart with 550 horsepower or something. And no aerodynamics whatsoever, and therefore no grip whatsoever. I mean, the back end's... If this thing wasn't all-wheel drive, I would be in a lot of trouble right now. I mean, no grip. No grip whatsoever. Come on. Alright. There we go. Come on. Come on. Halfway through this sprint. I definitely have the straight line speed advantage. Here we go. Come on. Yes. Power! Uh-oh, there's a corner coming. No, 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 no. I mean, just the moment you get on the throttle, there's just tons of oversteer, even with the all-wheel drive. Oh! Come on! Oh! No! I just couldn't control it! Oh, so close! So close, side by side. Across the finish line, separated by just... Oh, 67 thousandths of a second. Less than 700ths of a second. Holy cow. I feel like I've just, you know... I've just made the car worse, though. If we're being honest. And we are being honest right now, because I have made the car worse. Alright, round 2 of this championship. It's another sprint race, Surfers Paradise sprint race once again, and we're going to pick our completely ridiculous Ariel Atom, and it's probably going to be way too much for me to handle, and I'll be lucky if I get second again, honestly. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have even gotten second in that last race. I drove pretty poorly. So we'll see how things go in this one. I mean, that guy's in a Nomad, which is basically what this is. This is a Nomad with street tires and racing suspension. It's a Nomad with stiff suspension and slick tires. That's all. That's basically what this is. Oh, and it'll do 200 miles an hour. Oh. That's not how I wanted to take that corner, but that's alright. Oh, shit. That's really how I not how I wanted to take that corner. But that's alright. I'll, still continue it from here. Oh, that's another solid tree. I should stop hitting solid trees. Excuse you. The downside, one of the big downsides to this car, and there are several, is that the car weighs absolutely nothing. Which means you lock up very easily under braking, and also bigger cars can easily muscle you out of the way. But in the straights, it's just a rocket ship. Uh-oh, this is a really tight corner. I mean, you just step on the throttle a little bit, and it drifts. Like the Ford Focus RS has that drift setting. This car has a drift setting too. It's called the throttle. You push it and you drift. It's that easy. It's got a drift pedal instead of a drift button. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Please tell me I can catch this guy. Please tell me I can catch this guy. Oh yeah, I can catch that guy. Again, just the top speed and the acceleration on this thing. It is nuts. That is nutty. This is a joke car, though. I mean, let's be honest, because there's only one more race left in this championship, so this is what it's, you know, this is where I start getting into final thoughts on the car. I know it's a bit early on this episode, but again, it's a joke car. I mean, this is not a car that I would race seriously because I want to be fast around a circuit. We are going to level up here. Could win a Charger SRT Hellcat, which I don't think I have one of those yet. And we do get one. We get the Charger SRT Hellcat. So again, it's not a real car. I mean, nobody would intentionally do this to their Ariel. And I feel like if you were going to take the wings off the Ariel Atom, it's because you want to turn it into a rally car. And it's like, well, that's what the Nomad is for. Just use the Nomad. It's literally the rally version. And so if you were going to do this to your Atom, you would probably put the rally suspension and rally tires on it. However, that is not what I've done. I've kept the slick tires on it and the sport suspension, the lowered suspension, the stiff suspension. So I've gone about this in the complete wrong way, knowing full well that I was going into it in the with the wrong mindset. I was just curious how it would come out, and it turns out it's a crappy car. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And yet, it's still better than the Acura NSX. At least as an S1 class car. If I had to choose between this and the Acura NSX that I built into S1 class, I'd choose this 100%. It's not that bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's not NSX bad. I mean, that NSX just has something fundamentally wrong with it. I don't understand. You know, I had such high hopes for that car. Here I am. I'm still talking about how disappointed I am by the NSX. I've run out of storage space on this computer. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Google Drive. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's a joke car. As I said before, that's the final assessment, the final judgment on this car. And you know, that's kind of the mentality. I said it would be hilarious if I could turn this into an off-road car and vice versa for the Rebel, but unfortunately I just couldn't turn the Rebel into a street car, or I couldn't put racing tires on it. I couldn't put slicks on it, and that was like my criteria for it. I really wanted to be able to, if I was going to turn this one into a rally car, I wanted to be able to put slicks on the Nomad. And since that wasn't possible, I had to do this as a street race car, so that's what we've done here. And I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Ariel Atom anyway. It's actually it's actually too light and too powerful for me personally. Also, I'm not a huge fan of downforce. Like, if I were gonna make my own Ariel Atom, it would have way less power and way less downforce. Which, at that point, I'm basically describing the Caterham to you. I'm just describing a Caterham at that point. It's like, I know clearly I don't want an Ariel, I want a Caterham. And that's what I would have, honestly. In real life or in this game, I'd take the Caterham over, like, the RS500 or whatever it is. I'd take that over this any day of the week, to be totally honest. I mean, look at the gap, though. Again, it's not that it isn't fast. It's just very, very difficult to control. It's not reliable. I mean, you can see I was struggling on a lot of those races. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not saying it's bad with this setup. I'm just saying it's weird with this setup. And my guess is that you guys probably would not build your Ariel Atom in the same sort of way. I'm getting that feeling. So, I think this video's a little bit on the shorter side, possibly as short as 15 minutes. I have had 15-minute episodes, I feel like, in the past, but, yeah, there's not much else to say about this car. It's pretty much what it looks like. It's constant oversteer, understeer, spinning up the wheels, even though it's all-wheel drive, just spinning all four wheels as soon as you get on the throttle. It's crazy. It's completely crazy. It's totally bonkers, and if you're looking for something that's totally bonkers, then go for this. And swap out the engine, and it'll be even crazier than mine was, because I limited it to 900 PI. Mine was limited. You can actually make this more stupid if you wanted to. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.